Good evening, everyone. I'm Nick Mounts, and this is what you need to know about alcoholism. Some of you might know, alcoholism can be defined as the addiction to the consumption of an alcoholic liquor or the mental illness and compulsive behavior resulting from alcoholic dependency. So being a 20-year-old college student doing the topic of alcoholism, some questions might pop in your head of, is he already an alcoholic, or what does he really know about the topic? Well, my brother and I witnessed firsthand of what alcoholism is like with my father growing up for a large portion of my life. So that is the main purpose for doing this topic. So according to the CDC, in a 2020 study, an estimated 88,000 people died from alcohol-related causes, making it the third leading cause of preventable deaths in the United States. So, with that, today I'll be discussing three things. One, the effects alcohol has on your body, ways alcohol affects people around you and your family, and the ways alcohol affects the economy and society. So what all does alcohol do to your body? For starters, chronic heavy drinking alcoholism can have a serious repercussions on your functioning of your entire nervous system, especially your brain. And according to an article by Oscar Berman, MRIs and CT scans generally show a relationship between prolonged alcohol drinking and brain structure. For example, MRIs and CT scans have shown brain shrinkage and tissue damage, i.e. brain agents, in some alcoholics. So, moving down to the other organs, according to the National Cancer Institute, drinking alcohol increases the risk of cancer in your mouth, esophagus, pharynx, liver, and breasts. And in 2009, alcohol-related liver diseases were the primary cause of 1 in 3 liver transplants in the United States. So knowing those effects of it, some people try to quit, which leads to alcohol withdrawal symptoms, which, according to an article by the American Family of Physicians, starting to come into effect 6 to 12 hours after quitting, which those symptoms begin with nausea, seizures, automatic hyperactivity, vomiting, and anxiety. So now you know the effects that alcohol has on your body. Now I tell you ways that alcohol might affect the people around you and your family. So when you're raising a kid, well, you're an alcoholic. More than 10% of children in the United States live with an alcoholic parent, according to a 2012 study. In the same article, it states that this leads to children being at a greater risk of depression, anxiety disorders, problems with cognitive and verbal skills, and parental abuse or neglect. So even before you have a kid, even if you're in pregnancy, alcohol still has effects on there too. Heavy alcohol consumption by the mother during pregnancy has long been suspected to be a risk for more abnormalities in the fetus or infant. Only during the last decade or so that these assumptions have been supported by scientific studies. Fetal alcohol syndrome is relatively rare, affecting only 1 in 300 to 1 in 2,000 infants. Approximately 450 cases have been reported since the syndrome has been identified. Despite the rarity, however, heavy alcohol consumption is still an important risk factor during pregnancy. So another part of drinking with your family leads to aggression and family violence. According to the World Health Organization, roughly 55% of domestic abuse perpetrators were drinking alcohol prior to the assault. According to the research, estimates each year more than 1 million children in the United States experience some form of abuse or neglect. So now you know a little bit about what chronic alcohol drinking does to your body and the ones around you. Now I'm going to discuss a little about the broader effect of alcohol has on the economy and society. So the economic effects of alcohol and abuse are as damaging to the nation as the health effects of your family, the community, and people of all ages. Underage drinking is the main one. Underage drinking is interfering with children's development, affecting the nation's ability to respond to economic challenges in the future. And underage drinking leads to is the third leading cause of death of kids aged 12 and 20. And the economic costs of alcohol abuse in the United States, according to a study done in 2006 by the CDC, the cost due to the excessive drinking largely resulted from losses in the workplace productivity by 70% of total cost, healthcare at 11%, and other costs due to the combination of criminal justice expenses. So today I've talked about the neurological and internal effects of alcoholism, the ways of heavy drinking can affect your family and the ones around you, and the economic and society effects that alcohol has on the economy. Although having a drink here and there isn't detrimental, I hope that the information that I've given you today was enough to take a light on alcoholism and show that it is a more serious topic that is or isn't talked about in that manner. Thank you.